welcome back to the channel. So today we are diving into the very something that may sound complicated, but don't worry, I'll make it so simple and interactive and yes, super interesting. So guys, have you ever wondered how a decision made by the US president can affect jobs, prices, or even the farmers in the Philippines or maybe in India? So, why China suddenly banned American apples or the soybeans? Do you have any idea? So, let's get into the topic, guys. So, yes, you're correct. We are talking about the tariffs, the Trump trade war, and how the world reacted, especially the countries like India, China, and Philippines, and even the European country. So grab your hello or coffee and let's get into it. So let's start with basics, guys. So first we will discuss what's a tariff. So tariff is a tax on importing goods. So imagine, guys, if the US buys steel from China, a tariff makes that steel more expensive. That's exactly what former US President Donald Trump did. So if we talk about more, so in 2018, he said we need to protect American jobs. Let's tax steel, aluminum, solar panels, and even the washing machine. So coming from the other country. So guys, I have a question. So the question is actually, what do you think happens when the goods become expensive? Who pays the price? You or the government? So type your questions, type your answer in the comment box, guys. And next we will discuss why did Trump do this? Is it necessary to apply the tariff on the goods? So Trump believed that American companies were being treated like unfairly. He thought, China was sending cheap products and American workers were losing jobs. So he said, let's make foreign goods expensive. And that way people will buy American made products. So it was actually the theme of American made products. So they are actually focusing on the American based product, just like in India, made in India. So our government focus on made in India products. But the world is connected now. If America taxes Chinese steel, China can also say, okay, we will tax your soybeans, your apples. So that's exactly what happened. It became a game of you tax me and I'll tax you. So it's very interesting. So I have a question again. Tell me, do you support protecting your country's local industries, even if it means paying bit more? What do you think? So let's drop your comment. And guys, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, the China retaliation. Actually, China was the biggest target of Trump's tariff, and they hit back hard. Actually, the China hit back hard. So they slapped tariffs on $110 billion worth of US goods. And that's included soybean, cards, pork, and even the whiskey. So like China also started buying more from other countries. So instead of US soybean and apple, they brought from Brazil. Instead of US steak, they turned local companies or European ones actually. So this hurt American farmers badly. Some even lost their entire income. So, so the question is actually, do you think the trade fights really protect jobs or just causes more problems globally? Comment yes if you think it helps and no if you think that it hurts actually. Okay, let's communicate on how did countries reacting. Okay, so now let's bring India in this picture and the Philippines also into this picture. So we talk about the India's reaction. So India was affected because Trump also targeted like products like aluminium and the steel that India exported. So India responded by putting its own tariffs on American almonds and apples and yes, motorcycles. So even the Harvard Davidson also. Okay. So this is how India is reacting on the tariff imposed by the Trump. If I talk about the Philippines situation, so now the Philippines was not a major target actually, but it got caught in the ripple effect. Like if China and the US are in trade fight, so global prices changes. So the Philippines elections and electronics, sorry, and the semiconductors that go into the global tech products suddenly became more expensive or faced more competition. The question actually arises, so what's one big thing the Philippines exports? A. Banana, B. Semiconductors, or C. T-shirt or D. Shoes? Comment your answer below, guys. I want your answers. Do you know that what are the major goods that actually Philippines exporting in a huge number? Because what are the impact on India and the Philippines? Now I'm excluding the China because there are a lot of major impacts on China. So India tried to stay neutral but also protected its own industry. At one point, both countries, US and India, started removing each other's trade benefits, but the Philippines, on the other hand, saw mixed impacts. Well, it didn't get targeted directly, but changes in the global trade created uncertainty. And the Filipino workers in the electronics, in the depot industries felt the heat, especially as companies started rethinking supply chains. So that is the major impact on the Philippines. Yes, guys, did you know that Philippines is the world's fifth largest shipbuilder? Imagine if the global trade war affects steel prices, shipbuilding takes a hit too also. What about now? Even after Trump, some tariffs stay. President Biden kept some in place but took a softer approach. Meanwhile, countries like India and the Philippines continue to push for fairer trade deals actually. But the ASEAN countries are also building stronger ties with each other to avoid any depending too much on the US or the China. So again, I have a question, guys, for you. So if you were a policymaker, would you trade more with the West or focus on local and the regional markets? Here I'm conclude that Trump tariff was not just about the US and China. The whole world, India, Philippines, Brazil, even the Europe felt the effects. Some gained and some lost. Some changed strategies completely. So next time you hear tariffs on the news, so you remember it's not just about the economies. It's about the politics, power, and people like you and me. So thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed this video, give it like, share with all your friends, all your politician or your policy maker friends. And don't forget to subscribe, guys, and comment below what global topic I should simplify the next in my video.